You are now listening to Operator.
He's from the UK and his name is Sachin. Finding music that'll move you is his favourite passion. UK, the Netherlands and beyond. He's determined to find your new favourite song. He searches high and low so you don't have to do it. So let's connect through the power of music. We really hope the show is gonna be a good fit. But enough talking, here's another damn Brit. It's another damn Brit, hey. It's another damn Brit, ho. It's another damn Brit, hey. It's another damn Brit, ho.
Good afternoon, Rotterdam. We are back in the Operator studio after a month off. I've missed this wonderful place. And on a gloriously sunny Saturday afternoon, we have an incredibly special show lined up for you on Sachin Presents. If you're new to the show, I jump on here every month and I present to you one of the most exciting bands I can find in the Netherlands at the time. And I don't think it's an overstatement to say that I've got Rotterdam royalty in the studio today. And Tramhaus are waiting outside to come in and have a chat. And so I'm going to play a couple of tracks. We're going to get them in and just dive into one of my favourite bands just ever. Before we do that, though, I'm going to remind you that last month in June, Toth was in the studio, came in to talk about his record at the end of his European tour. I'm going to play Not Broken to kick us off on your Saturday afternoon. Let's get this started.
Tramhaus, you're listening to Sachin Presents.
That is Tramhaus's new single, Plovdiv, on Operator Radio. And Lucas and Jim are in the studio with us. Welcome to the booth.
Hello.
Welcome back to the booth, I should say. When was the last time you were in the Operator booth?
I think for me it was before COVID.
Oh, Jesus Christ. We're going way back.
I'm not sure. 3 years ago or something?
Yeah, fair enough. Pre or post aircon is the question.
Yeah.
But you'll be happy to know we are actually a little bit chilly in here with the aircon. It's a gorgeous spot to be. But we've brought you in to talk about your second record, and starting with that new single. Why did you choose that from the second record to get us started? Because when you're writing an album, when it's your second album, I imagine you have a lot more time and space to think about how you're going to release it to the world.
I think this is the last song we wrote.
Okay, interesting.
And I feel like it was like a instinctive feeling when we finished the song that like it also should be the opener. And we didn't decide this until we finished recording and like talked about it, but everyone instantly was like, okay, yes, this feels like feels like an opener and also a first single. It's like maybe because it's also a new direction and a strong step into a new direction.
Yeah. And so rather than putting words in your mouth, how would you describe that new direction?
Jim.
We've learned a lot through the years with recording, and I remember with the first record we did, we were like we had a small time frame that we had to write it and record it, and we were still young in that sense. And because that's 3 or 4 years ago that we started writing the first record, and we've learned quite a lot, and also how to play together and what our strengths are playing wise. And with the new record I feel like we've grown a lot. It's more grown up sound. We took some risk, we tried some new stuff as well, but also we all like loud music, so we were not afraid to just go a bit more in a hardcore metal sense of sounds.
Which is exciting.
Yeah, which is exciting for us as well to play, because then with the same as this first song, it just right away starts with like a smack in the face, and that's what we really like. But the whole record will be like going up and down with energy, speed, sounds. It's really interesting sonically wise.
I'm looking forward to it, because it was it was a punch in the face. Oh fuck yes, Tramhaus are back. This is good. This is what we want to hear. Because the live show is what precedes you, and it's all the energy and the noise and everyone just sweating a lot. And that song feels like something that just will induce sweat wherever it goes. Is it going to be a show opener as well as like an opener and for the project?
The fun thing is with writing a new record is that you write those songs and you don't play them for a year, so you have to relearn them again as well. And when we started to relearn this one, we used it as a show opener. But lately, because a crowd needs to warm up as well, and this song is like, it's so cool, so we put it later in the set now, but we're still figuring out how we're gonna play the live show with the when the record comes out. But now we have it later in the show, and it hits a different way to the audience. In a positive way for us, because we're looking at the crowd and the crowd is already warm, so they go ham on it instead of watching like, what the fuck is going on?
Like jumping straight in the deep end. You need to give people the time to like get warmed up a little bit, otherwise
yeah, for sure.
People are going to run out of steam by the end of the show. But I read that it was written about a day off in Bulgaria. What was the inspiration behind that single? Looking at you, Lucas.
So it was basically that. So we had a day off in Bulgaria. We had some time to write a new song, and we had a few riffs. So we got ourselves into a rehearsal space of some friends we have there. And when we finished the song, we stepped outside and looked at each other and was like, okay, let's agree that this song will be called Plovdiv. Amazing. Because that was the city where we wrote it. Also, like, as a sort of ode to touring and being abroad a lot of the time, and so that was
That's really cool. How did you make friends with people in Bulgaria? Was that just through touring?
Yeah, through touring. Yeah. So it's all like a big network of like DIY promoters, and some are friends of friends that are already in touch for a longer time, and then you get to meet them as well. And then as friends of friends, you start to get close really quickly. So
Amazing.
yeah, that's really cool. Yeah,
So have you got a worldwide network now of Tramhaus friends and family?
Basically.
That's mega exciting.
Yeah, it's really cool, and especially if you come back to a city where you've been before, it feels like coming home. And especially last time we got to play Plovdiv in Plovdiv, and this was really cool because
What a feeling.
a bunch of people started walking up to the show during soundcheck. It's just like, hey, there's that guy. Hey, I met you last time, and it's like it feels really. If you're like far away for a long time, that can be very comforting. So
For sure. Like you've put the hard yards in. Like you've actually built a network and a platform across the world.
Yeah, and you feel home at some place far away. That's really nice.
Yeah. What a lovely feeling.
Yeah.
I also feel like this is the addictive part about touring, because you get to know so many people and you get to see new friends that you don't really see often. But if you go touring all the time, then you get chances to meet them again, and that's the best part. And I feel that for me is really addicting to go all the time.
Yeah, for sure. And I imagine then you're there for like 1-2 days maximum, and you just get that kind of euphoric like reunion feeling, have a great time, and then jump away to somewhere else again.
Yeah.
Like really deep relationships for a very short amount of time.
Yeah,
It's such a cool
exactly. Yeah.
That's super awesome. As part of what we do on the show, we ask everyone to bring in some music to tell us what to play. And you've brought in Eigen Risiko, which is own risk in Dutch.
Yeah,
I think it's to do with the
yeah.
insurance, is how I think I remember it.
Yeah. So,
But what's the track you brought in, and why have you brought in this artist for us today?
So Eigen Risico. It's sorry to correct you.
No, it's my experience of learning Dutch. That's exactly how it is. I say something and they go, is this what you meant? I was like, yes, that is what I meant. I'm trying my best. It's the real experience.
This is a hip hop artist from Groningen, making experimental hip hop. Also a friend of the band. He actually made the video clip for Plovdiv.
Oh, so sick.
So that's also the reason why I thought it was fun to show his music. And he used to be like loud experimental in sort of a Def Grips way, but this from his latest record, and as you will hear, it's very calm and chill with a lot of acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
And I was picking out the songs yesterday, sitting in the sun, and I felt the vibe. So yeah,
It's gorgeous.
And, I just want to give him a shout out. Shout out to Hector for Haché move.
It's wonderful. Enjoy.
Rayan la luna al amanecer. Amas cuando naces pero odias al crecer. Mecer una cuna pa' una tumba reponer. Me puse perdido cuando cunda moriré. Nada por hacer, sin nada que perder. Entre sangre yo nadé, con nadie yo lloré. Una entrega con tu piel, no supe merecer y aún así supe torcer mi fuego. Nunca apagué y al final nada sentí. Nunca quise nada, pues nada me quiso a mí hasta que te vi. Déjame, siénteme, ámame, fóllame y tírame. Déjame, siénteme, ámame, fóllame y tírame. Ver el sol arder, rayos entran, rayan la luna al amanecer. Amas cuando naces pero odias al crecer. Mecer una cuna pa' una tumba reponer. Me puse perdido cuando cunda moriré. Nada por hacer, sin nada que perder. Entre sangre yo nadé y con nadie yo lloré. Una entrega con tu piel, no supe merecer y aún así supe torcer mi fuego. Nunca nunca apagué. Ya, déjame, siénteme, ámame, fóllame y tírame. Ya, déjame, siénteme, ámame, fóllame y tírame. Déjame, siénteme, ámame, fóllame y tírame. No, déjame, siénteme, ámame, fóllame y tírame.
Hey, we're Feep, and you're listening to Sachin Presents.
I've been descending, psychic intervention took me, open arms, spreading your infection, and you told me, cry baby, cry, share a little of the world through your eyes. Gasoline is pumping through my veins, blood in disguise. Took the words right out of my head. Time evaporates, memories erase. I'm a blank slate. White light, blinding, see right through my eyelids. I am afflicted, desires a kind of sickness. And you told me, cry baby, cry, let it out from the bottom of your mind. I got gasoline pumping through my arteries. Took the words right out of my head. Time evaporates, memories erase. I'm a blank slate.
That is the debut single from Billboard Style. It is called Billboard Style as well. And we were just giggling at some Instagram stuff in the studio with Tramhaus. Thank you for thank you for sticking with us. So for me, one of the really exciting reasons to have you guys in the studio was, I think I said this when I interviewed you on Slim before, but Adults in the past of interviews, is I came to Rotterdam for the first time I was in the Netherlands for Left of the Dial, saw you guys play, and then me and my friend Tilly were wandering around shouting "Make it happen" for the rest of the weekend. It just became like synonymous with our trip, and then we've come back to Left of the Dial every year. I moved a year and a half later, and like now the Netherlands is like my home, and I really don't ever want to leave. And so for me, you feel like Rotterdam royalty to have in the studio.
That's really sick, man. That's really sick. Thanks for that.
Do you feel like that here as well? And is there that same sense of like when you guys come to a gig in Rotterdam, it's a big old thing. When you play a show here, it feels like a homecoming. What is the city like for you as a band?
As a band, we have a lot to thank the city for. When we started out, it was like right away. It was, we've told this many times before, but it was like the COVID, blah, blah, blah. But then we were a new band and everybody wanted to help us. And
Yeah.
that's part of the reason I think that we got the success that we have now. And we're like really connected to Roodkapje and to Rotown and Left of the Dial, like you said. We're really connected to those venues and festivals. And every opportunity we get to work with them, we always say hell yes.
Yeah,
of
for
course.
sure.
Because it's always so much fun, and then we all work in these spaces as well. So then it's really fun because we're also working next to the stage, and then a lot of people come up to us like, yo, I'm so looking forward to your show, XYZ, blah, blah, blah. And it's always really fun, and that's when we play. Last time we played right over there
So
at
sick.
Annevel.
Yeah.
And but yeah, we were just before the show and after the show, we're just hanging outside, and I think that's always really fun because the crowd comes up to us, and half of the time they're people we know, have seen at other shows, and that's which makes it a real homecoming sense, because you just walk around, even though it's like a fucking massive room with 1,100 people in there, like 80% of these faces I know. It's really cool.
That's so cool. Like, what a feeling. Because you played like an enormous show at Paradiso as well in Amsterdam. And as a Rotterdam band, is it still like a enormous thing to go and play that venue in Amsterdam? Or is it mean more when you're playing to 1,100 people just over the road? Or is there still some reverence for that venue as well?
For me, I would say I'm not a big Paradiso fan, to be honest.
Fair enough.
I really like when we played the big room in Doornroosje in Nijmegen the first time. That was amazing. That room looks so fucking massive, and it's so cool. And the first time we played there, I was really amazed by it. When the first time I played Paradiso, I was like, all right, which sounds that sounds not humble at all, but it's still an amazing feeling, and I was like super excited that when we did it. But it's still, I have other venues where I have a bigger sense of fulfillment when we play those rooms, like Vera, Doornroosje, stuff like that. And
Yeah, fair enough.
playing in Rotterdam. And
Yeah, of course. Like, Groningen is an amazing city to go and watch music as well, right?
For
Like,
sure.
and so, yeah. So then, let me in as an outsider into the Dutch music scene. Like, is there like cities that have more of their own identity compared to others, or is it like one big country, happy family? Like, how does it work?
There's loads of different scenes in different cities, and I think they're all very different. Like Groningen has, it's one of my favorite cities, and I, in a weird way, we always feel a connection between Rotterdam and Groningen.
Interesting.
There's a lot of Rotterdam people living in Groningen and vice versa.
Wow.
This is funny.
Yeah, wonder why that is. Like, is it just a random coincidence?
I don't know. It has a similar vibe, I guess. I don't know. We feel at home there. And we have lots of friends there, so it's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
And also, like, I would say Eindhoven has a very distinguished vibe to their scene. Also, it has a really strong scene. Lots of people, and all surrounding a venue called Tramhaus, which sadly burned 2 years ago.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
But still, the scene is still very much alive there, and
Have they got somewhere else to go now? Is there? Is
yeah.
Stromhouse
So
been
they,
rebuilt?
I think they announced 2 days ago that they found a new place called The Beuk, which is funny to me because it's also like the place where I grew up. It was like a youth kind of venue.
Oh, sick.
Yeah,
Fair.
so it has the same
cool.
name, which is like it's very confusing to me. But I'm very happy that they got a new place right now. Yeah,
Okay, that's awesome news.
I would say like Rotterdam has its own vibe as well. So yeah,
Yeah, it's very like I live in Amsterdam, and it's I love coming down here. It has a different energy.
okay,
that
okay,
is-
yeah.
Which is why I'm on the radio down here. This is like
Yeah,
my
nice.
musical home. I think I didn't find what I was looking for in Amsterdam. I guess I wanted to see bands, I wanted venues, I wanted community, and the Amsterdam live music scene. There's lots of bands that come through, but I use this example quite a lot. There's a UK punk band called Alien Chicks.
Yeah.
They came over, played to 750 people, sold out in Rotterdam. They played to a 200 people venue in Amsterdam, only 50 people in the room.
Wow.
And
that's a big difference.
Yeah, it really took me by surprise, because I was like, I'm going to go to Amsterdam, and if I don't have to travel, I'll go see them. But I was like, this is really upsetting. Like, this is like, they are bigger than this.
Do you
And
know why that is, or?
No, I've never looked into the reasons, but they were like, we're always going to play Rotterdam from now on. We're not coming back to
I
Amsterdam.
would do so as well.
Fall back on touring with this kind of, because a lot of bands just want to play like the capitals and stuff, but
Yeah.
it's so a lot of time it's more rewarding to play second or third cities because people are more happy that a band comes over instead of with capitals. You already expect the band coming over, so next you can check them out next time. It's always different from everywhere in the world. I've seen this. If you play second cities, it's most of the time or a more fun show or a bigger crowd shows up.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. Moving down to London from Leicester, the London shows, they're fine. It's a lot of industry people. There's a lot of people who are like kind of half there, kind of half listening.
Yeah.
When bands came to Leicester, it was the biggest night of our lives. It was like, this is so cool. They're in our city. This is wicked.
Yeah. In London, you have like 5-6 gigs a day. So
You're a bit spoiled for choice, aren't you? It's nonsense. Which we'll dive into touring and where you're going a bit more later on, but that probably explains why you're playing so many different places as you get around the world. But before we do that, we've brought in lots of songs, and you've brought in a track that's only available on Bandcamp, which I love. A band called Mug. Do you know what it stands for, by any chance?
Yeah. There's multiple explanations to it. I think it's something with
Mobiele urgentiegroep.
Yeah. Which is like I think like a division of the police in Belgium.
Okay, cool.
But
Belgian
also,
ME.
yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
But if you find a funnier abbreviation for it, it's also
So if anyone's in the live chat and can come up with something better from UG, we'd love to hear it. This track is called Key Issue, and it does kind of just smack you in the face in the most gorgeous way.
Awesome.
And you're listening to Sachin Presents.
In the penal colony. Oh, life is sweet for the men in sheets and their dreadful progeny. I'll burn in the streets of the promised land and make a refuge a living hell. I twist it around, kill you with that sound, leave it where it fell. I make my bed in a rushing stream. Crimes and
Opus Kink, Will It Come For You on Operator Radio. Their new album is out now. If you enjoyed the sound of those boys from London, I would really recommend listening to the full record.
They're playing Rotterdam in December.
Are they? Good knowledge. I don't even have that in my notes. Fair play. Which venue are they playing? Do you know?
Rotterdam.
Oh, very good.
Anytime.
That would be class. I'll be coming down then in that case.
Nice.
It's always a riotous show, those boys. Unhinged set of men. But you're here not to talk about Opus Kink and their live show. You're here to talk about Blister, the new album coming out October the 9th. Talk to us about the whole idea, because did you approach recording a second album differently in terms of creating the songs together? Because I imagine when you make your first album, there's a little bit of like, we've had these songs for a long while, we're going to bring it together into a first full-length piece. Did you think about, before you started recording, how you wanted the record to sound and how you wanted it to, before you started writing, how you wanted the album to be, the second album, or did it come together more naturally? Very long question. Apologies.
I understand. I think it's the same with the first one. If I look at you, not how we written it, but how, because when with the first record we had the idea, only new songs, no old material, full fresh, full record, no make it happen, rehash, shit like that.
For sure.
And with the second one, it was the same as well. We had nothing, and we were like, all right, let's start writing. You have an idea? Nah. And after a while, you playing around with sounds and stuff, you get something new, and we managed to make something new again.
Yeah, it's quite refreshing as somebody who's not that creative to know that you sit around and look at each other and go, "Has anyone got any ideas?"
Yeah.
No. Let's see.
You have to start somewhere, right? It's yeah. It's just like, okay, does somebody have a lead?
Yeah.
Can we do something? Yeah.
And
but for me, it feels like I went, at least for me, I went into the rehearsal space with more of an idea than last time. But maybe
that's true. Yeah, but we have an idea.
Yeah.
We didn't want to do this again.
Exactly.
And we want to do something more like that.
Yeah.
But it's not like, yo, I got 15 riffs.
No.
You guys just work around this. I've got the core covered.
Yeah. You do your thing. I'll make it nice.
Yeah. But at least that clarity of like, we don't want to do this again and we want to do that is a unifying feature. Do you have like roles in the band of who kind of starts the conversation of, I've got this idea, let's build up from there? How does it come together between the group of you?
I think within the group we have some of these structures, but these can be destroyed easily. Like,
okay.
Yeah, because sometimes it starts in a way we used to start, but then because of this you stumble upon something new, and that's where it's getting exciting and where cool stuff happens. So sometimes you have to just fuck around and find out. Yeah, it's easy like that. These can be long days, but the end result will be nice for at least. Yeah.
What happens quite a lot is that we have something that sounds really cool, and then it's like, all right, chorus. How do we one up this part that we're already feeling up here? And that was a really hard with this record. That we had a lot of moments where we're like, yo, it's impossible to one up this part because we're already. And then we zoomed out a bit, and that was, I think, one of the most interesting ways that we're like, but we don't need to one up it. We can also take a step back and see how that changed because we're already there, and then change it around. Let's go from loud to soft instead of building up somewhere. Let's break stuff down.
Yeah,
that was really interesting, and
there's joy in the balance, right? Of like
and it was a new. It sounds so easy when I say it now, but it was a really new approach for us to just look at it the other way around instead of how can we push through the roof every fucking time.
Yeah. There's a lot more vulnerability in taking stuff away though. Like additive is so much easier. Like keep throwing more and more noise, more energy, and then it feels rewarding to throw more energy into something. I think, and taking it away.
Yeah, and that was the hard part to realize because we were adding more and more, and it was like, but it doesn't add anything. Why does it not? It's like with more distortion, more noise. Why is it doesn't scratch the itch that we're having?
And at what point were you able to, like, when you say you take that step back and say, cool, that's done? Because I read that Mika described it as a living thing, the whole time, the album. So at what point were you as a group able to be like, yeah, we need to leave this alone now? This is the version of the track we're going with, the version of the album we're going with.
I have a hard time with letting go. So maybe this is a question for Jim. Because I feel like a lot of the discussion is like me saying, yeah, well, is it done? Like, are we there yet? Can we maybe look at this part again? And then Jim's like, dude, it's done. Right?
Yeah, we also had, I remember as well a couple of times we were like, yo, this is my least favorite track of the album. I'm not sure about this. And then it's all recorded. We leave it for a couple of weeks and then he comes back. Yo, this is my favorite one, dude. This file is fucking slaps. And they're like, yeah, I thought you didn't like it. It grew on me. I don't like this one that I used to like. So it's always different, but it's letting go of stuff, let it rest for a bit. It can become really good, I would say. And also, but that's maybe I really like minimalizing a lot of stuff. That not adding too many. Even though I really like when I listen to electronic music, it's super layered and you got a lot of stuff. But with band music, I really like if you just, alright, it's a band, it's 2 guitars, bass, drums, sing, vocals, that you hear the band and that it's like you're sitting with them in the room.
Yeah.
That's what I really like. And then when it's like, yo, let's add the keyboard, and I'm like, yo, but who's playing the fucking keyboard in this part then? But that's also a really fun discussion because then sometimes I'm totally in the wrong and like, yo, but it's just a little layer here, and it's like, oh, it's so much fuller now, it's so bad.
Yeah, I love that. Do you also live in a minimalist house? You've got very little furniture and decoration.
I'm a collector, so nah.
Just minimalist music, that's all it is. And so, like, for that kind of band, sorry,
gives me more time to focus on all my stuff.
Jesus Christ. Oh fuck! Coming back to the recording, then, it's like when you're trying to make it sound like a band. Do you record it all as a band, like with playing a set together, or do you still record it as separate parts and overdub and layer, or to get that kind of live feel that you have?
So we always start recording everything together, and then we see what's usable. But it's always about the energy of the first track we did and or the first few takes, and then we add on and see, like, mostly the guitars are gone because there's like a little mistake or a sound that we don't like, and then we just add to it. But the feel of the track is always us 5 together. I even sing all the tracks.
Awesome.
Just in a crappy mic. We don't use it. It's just a lead track for the rest. So.
Oh, nice. So
it's about that live feel and about because we don't use click track or any guidance, so a lot of takes can vary in BPM, which is I think the best way to do it for us at least.
Yeah, I agree with that. That must make it quite hard to sub in different parts without the click track. Like things are like plus or minus 5 on the BPM is gonna really really challenging as you go through. Fair play to production.
I think if you would put a click track on our tracks, it will I don't know go like this for people watching. I think we're not that tight, but I think that's part of the experience of the live feel of it and the energy. Yeah.
You can lose a lot from a band by forcing them through a recording process.
Yeah.
Then what makes them exciting to watch live just kind of the life gets sucked out of it.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we had to learn this as well with the first singles we did, back in the day. We did everything on click. It's really convenient. You play, and you can record it, and you can easily move around stuff. But they feel a bit stiff, and now it sways way nicer. But like you said, if we record this together, and most of the time it's like bass and drums are the core, so we play together and then we keep the bass and drums of those recordings, and then we start adding guitars on it. But then the big challenge is if I start slowing down or speeding up, they need to feel it in their play as well. So they have a really uncertain metronome that they have to play against,
and they're not able to look you in the eyes every time and be like, this is getting slow, this is getting quicker. It's like, yeah.
We had a Guitar Hero party and we were calibrating the whole night. I feel like it's like that you're playing halfway and it's not calibrated right anymore.
Sorry, let's dive into that. Yeah. Well, guitar hero party. Which guitar hero? How many guitars? How many people?
I found my old Wii again.
Fuck yeah.
I have 2 guitars, and we had a Guitar Hero 3, Guitar Hero 5, Guitar Hero 6, Guitar Hero Metallica, Beatles Rock Band, Green Day Rock Band. We had quite a selection to play around.
Because Guitar Hero 3 is
the best.
Yes.
That's the fucking best.
It's just objectively the best.
Yeah, 100%.
I think we've played for 6 to 8 hours, and the first 4 or 5 was only Guitar Hero 3, and then the others we did like, we're done. We played all the hits. We played all the hits.
And immediately it was like, well, this tracklist kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, because 3 is just we shouldn't have started with 3, I think. But
it's the reason they started with the Legends of Rock and went to the Warriors of Rock.
Yeah,
they had to step down.
The Warriors, the hard workers, you can't really get to that status.
But the reason for the party was because we've been playing live for 5 years. So it was like a celebration party, and we made like a patattafel, which is like a thing. Let me explain. You get aluminum foil and you put it on your table, and then you get fries and snacks and sauce, and then you can just like eat from the table. It's the best thing ever.
I've never been lucky enough to see one in real life. That must be so much fun.
It's so much fun. It feels like a children's birthday party. And then we're just playing Guitar Hero.
That might be the most wholesome way to celebrate 5 years of the band I've ever heard. It's fucking wicked.
Wait until you're here on our pool party in Cyprus. That was awesome as well.
Where were you in Cyprus? What was the pool party?
We played the festival of Cyprus, but this was like only a side quest, because the real reason why we were there was just to play in the pool and doing handstands and like making cool pictures and poses and doing front flips and it was awesome.
Yeah, that sounds wicked. It's just put you on the spot and like, I don't want to say half of this on air. How can I explain this in a way that will be recorded?
Sometimes I feel like the band is just the reason so we can like feel like childs again. And, this happens quite often. I'm very grateful for that. It's a wonderful feeling.
That is gorgeous. That is what music is meant to make you feel. It's meant to make you not think about what you're doing, just enjoy it and throw yourself around. That's childlike at its core. Let's jump on and play some more music. We've got Sout that you brought in. The track is called "Step on the Cracks." Why this one? I know it's an open-ended question, but
I think Sout are just the most badass people in the scene of the Netherlands. They run the Tramhaus venue. They did that a lot. They're like the core of the venue. They have a fucking cool band, Sout. Really like them live. They're fucking cool. They're the sweetest people ever, and they're DIY through and through. It's so cool. They record everything themselves. They do the whole shebang. Yeah. They deserve more attention from everywhere around the world.
Yeah.
Well, let's give it to them. Step on the Cracks on Operator Radio.
Hey, we're Divorce, and you're listening to Sachin Presents.
Look at the dobro on the stairs. He wishes he had two hind legs. Cars flash the lights past the window of mine, and I've got nothing left to say to you. If you
Tramhaus, Beach, one of their slower songs if you're in the know. And sorry for playing 3 songs, but we've just reloaded beers and operator radio as we should.
Yes.
But we're talking about Blister, and it's coming out on October the 9th. And I want to touch on something we were just talking about briefly off air, in like the way you're going to play the shows beforehand. So you plan to play a show outside a record store until the cops come.
Yeah. I live across a record store, and I got a very nice view on the curb there. And I've been thinking about this for a long time, because I always imagine playing a show there and just like film it real nice, because I think that's awesome. So I gave them a call, and they were very, very down. They were like, I was like, yeah, should we do like ask for a permit or something? I was like, no, you shouldn't warn sleeping dogs. Like, and by the way, if the cops come, it will make your movie very great. I was like, okay, cool.
I've got a point.
Yeah,
mate. As long as you got the cameras pointed at it, it will look cracking. Yeah.
I didn't expect them to be so chill about it. So
that's awesome.
Shout out to Plato, Rotterdam.
Unbelievable. Do you know them quite well, the record store then at this point? Or like?
Well, yeah, at this point, yeah, because of it. And and I live across, so I go there from time to time. Yeah.
Nice. And with the record, you recorded it in the forest in Belgium.
Yes, we did.
What was that experience like? Because as quite a loud band, I imagine you were kind of disconnected from the world as the 5 of you doing that. Like, do you keep getting on? Like, we were talking about pool parties and playing Guitar Hero, so I feel like you do get on. But what's it like when you're locked away in the forest?
Even at the patattafel in the forest.
That's true. Yeah.
Everywhere we go, patattafel. That's just like...
It's the Dutch culture we bring with us.
Yeah.
Now we whenever we have to work or get something done, we're very serious people, and I feel like this is the balance we have, and we know when it's time to have fun, but also we know when it's time to get shit done. And if you're paying a lot of money for like 2 weeks in a cool studio, you got to work. So we had 1 day off, and then we did the patattafel. But beside that, it was like from 9 till 9, I would say, like 12 hours a day, just like
That's
sitting in the booth, listening to everything everyone does, and just like paying attention or playing. Yeah,
that's serious graft. Like 12 hours a day is long. Like, is there ever a point in the day when you're listening to like the same part of the same track over and over again that you like, I can no longer hear the difference?
All the time. But we got a very cool producer called Floyd Atema, who has the best ears and the most patience I've ever seen. He's truly incredible and knows how to keep us serious, and
amazing.
Yeah.
So what's it like working with Floyd? What's the process like?
He really likes to just try stuff out, and is not afraid to use some bold moves, like, we're gonna do this mic because it will be like, it sounds like shit, but we can do it like a little layer and stuff like that. And also about what we were talking about just right before that, he was perfect at the moment. We were like, we just don't know it. He was like, we're gonna leave this and we'll do a new song. And then when we were doing the new song, we will be refreshed, and then he will just put on the old one again. It's like, can you hear it now? And it's like, oh yeah, it's this one.
Smart. Yeah. Nice. So yeah, I think that's the magic of a producer, right? Is to be able to get your ears in the right place to do that thing.
Definitely, yeah.
And does he feel like a sixth member of the band? Is that like kind of like the role, or like?
I mean, during these times, definitely, yeah. We trust him like he's one of us, and you kind of have to, because otherwise it's gonna cause conflict, definitely.
Yeah, fantastic.
And he's also not afraid to say, we're not gonna don't do this. It will, and then he will give you the opportunity to do it, and then say, you see, it's not that cool. And he's like, yeah, you're right. And he's really honest. And that was really nice. That's always really nice to work with him, because he's honest. He knows what we're doing, but he really helps us to bring it to a level that we couldn't reach ourselves without his help.
And also, he's very decisive. I would like to add that, which is we're not decisive at all. We want to try every opportunity and every way of doing a track, and he's like, "No, this is it. This is the best we can do. This is cool." Yeah.
That's awesome. You need someone with that energy.
Definitely,
And you need someone who can tell you it's rubbish as well, because otherwise you don't trust them when they tell you it's good.
Yeah,
So that you need
yeah.
both things. It really makes a lot of sense.
100%, yeah.
So now to ask you a question that you've probably answered a lot in your PR questions that come through in a Word doc. Why have you called the album Blister?
We always do this like in a collective way, and like to decide on the name or name of the record, and so we all gave it a thought, and then someone, I think it was Julia, came up with Blister, and it felt right, and it came from a lot of topics of the lyrics are about running or moving or like being somewhere else. So it felt right to call it Blister. Yeah. It's just
Nice.
very easy, but yeah.
Yeah. Is that actually is that theme of movement like a thread through all of the songs?
Yeah,
as
I
you
think
say?
so. I think so. Yeah.
And was that a conscious choice? Or is that just how it came out? As you
Not
wrote?
at all. It's just how it came out. Yeah, like everything. It's whenever I write the lyrics, it's not like, oh, we're gonna write about this or that. It's just like, okay, write, and then look back. It's like, I guess it's about this. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I love that.
because we're like on tour a lot and abroad a lot. It's about moving, not being home. But also in blister, in a sense of you could have a blister on your finger because you're doing something a lot. So yeah,
Imagine there's a lot of blisters on fingers throughout the tour.
Definitely.
Let's be honest. Right, that's just a part and parcel of it. Just something I never understand, how you can get a blister on your finger and then still play a show that night after. Like, it just must be excruciating, like, as a thing. But just nods of agreement, like, yeah, don't do it.
Don't do it, kids. It's cool.
You think being in a band is cool? It's not. It's all pain and suffering. It's just
but lots of fun. Sometimes you can have a pool party or a Guitar Hero party with a patattafel.
yeah. So is that now the rider for the tour? Is the patattafel wherever you go? Just like
maybe we're gonna edit. Yeah, it would be fun to arrive at a venue and see a patattafel.
I'm really happy with all the touring because drumming is quite almost a sport, so I'm getting fitter and fitter after every tour. And like getting in shape. But if we get the patattafel, that's what that benefit will be gone.
The one Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away. Like, it's just it's all in that. Yeah, fuck. Like I've always thought that with drummers. Like, it is a marathon playing an hour and a half. Like, it is a long time to be drumming for.
I sweat a lot. It's a lot of sweat.
Yeah,
Tears of joy and a lot of sweat.
Tears of joy and a lot of sweat and just blisters everywhere. Like, fair play.
There have been multiple times where we open up the back of the van where the gear is, and it's like, what's this? And it's like, it's Jim's wet shirt from yesterday. It's like the grossest thing you ever have touched.
Oh, Jim.
But then you can't blame him. I mean, he's putting in the work, and
he's doing the shift.
Exactly.
The last tour we did was like towards we did like Croatia and Slovenia and Bosnia. So it was every day. It was like 35 plus degrees, playing 1 hour show. When I came back, I took out all my old t-shirts, and I wear a lot of black. But they all had white salt stripes because it was just so hot. Every show, playing 40 degrees, like soaking wet. But then, like, wow, I lost a lot of salt.
Yeah, like you were very dehydrated for a long while. And then go and have a cold beer after you've done that.
It wasn't the rakia, it was the sweating during the show.
Fuck. And band t-shirts and like cotton t-shirts tend to not recover from like that heavy amount of sweat. They always end up with like a stale body odor that never goes away. One of my good friends, a guy called Mark in London, taught me, like, whenever we go in a mosh pit, we'd always to pack a spare t-shirt in your back pocket, and then we'd go and like wring our t-shirts out in the front of the venue as like a ritual together. Which, I feel like you need to get off the drum kit, just like wring it out on the front of the stage.
He does, believe me, he does.
I think halfway the Bosnia show, because that was the hottest day of the whole tour.
Oh, shit.
Halfway the show, we had like a little break. I looked at Julia and just wrung out the t-shirt. She's like, "What the fuck? We're in song 5. We have 10 more to go."
You only have a finite amount of sweat, so at one point it's all out of you. It's just all in the t-shirt. I think it's
you don't recognize that it's getting wetter because everything is wet. some TMI here.
Oh yeah, like this is the stuff that people want to hear. Like, how much is Jim sweating? That is the question. Cool. Let's play another track, shall we?
Yeah, let's do
This
it.
track
Yeah.
is Bomb Strap. The track is The Green Dress.
Yeah.
Give us a little bit.
Yeah, so Bonestrap, Rotterdam band as well. They just released this as the first single of their upcoming record, and they're awesome. Their singer does a lot of makeup, and which gives a very horror-like performance. They're amazing.
fantastic.
Rotterdam legends.
Looking forward to it. I hadn't heard of them, so let's get in.
We're Tramhaus, you're listening to Sachin Presents.
Bonnie, don't know why you're mad at me. Bonnie, been all downhill since you called me up, Bonnie. Bonnie.
feel really bad cutting Jim off there talking about a really cool record that he's got in his collection. But we're back on. That is Swap Me and that track is called Bonnie. You're listening to Sachin Presents on Operator Radio, and Tramhaus are still here in the studio. Thank you for hanging around this long. I've not annoyed you that much. Yeah,
Thanks for having us still.
One of the things I wanted to ask you about the new record is you've released it on 6 different labels, I believe, across Europe. Is that a result of what we talked about earlier of like meeting people in different cities and like getting to know it? And how does that actually come together logistically as a thing? Like having that many people involved just seems mad to coordinate as an endeavor.
This is a lot of emails, a lot of long email threads, a lot of Zoom calls. But yeah, this is a manifestation of what we're doing, and yeah, also like, I don't know, to give something back, and also a way to reach out to the local audience better. I mean, there's no one knowing the local audience better than your local label, so it felt very logical for us to do it this way.
Yeah. And was it something you were conscious of when you were doing that enormous tour, that you were going to meet labels and booking agents and PR agents in every country, or just people come and you make those connections naturally?
I would say the latter. Yeah, like you play a show and you meet people. It just goes like that. Yeah,
I think every label on the record for the record has promoted a show of ours 3 times before. So it's like we all know these people personally, which is great.
That's wicked. It must be such a lovely feeling as well, to know that your music actually resonates that deeply in every country as well.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah. Also, like that the people actually want to put in the effort to release your music. That's really wholesome. Yeah.
And it begs the question. Like I think of you as a Rotterdam band, but you're not really a Rotterdam band in that sense. You're like you're a European band across the whole continent, essentially.
I would like to see it like that as well. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
It's such a beautiful feeling. And then as a Brit over here, like after we left the EU, I have no right to be talking to you about anything at this point. But if I had to push you to give me an answer, where is your favourite place to play in Europe?
Oh, that's a hard question, because every country we go to has like really big upsides and then some downsides. You're like, this is better in this country, this is better in that country. But every country there's like, oh shit, we're going there. 1 week of doing this, 1 week of eating that. So
definitely.
Yeah, so it's pretty. I would say it's pretty hard to say what are the. And we've did good shows in a certain country, and then you come back and you play some shows. And then you come back and you're like, it's always fun. It's always fun discovering all these countries. But yeah,
to pick one would feel bad.
Yeah. Fair enough. But if you got rich, you're buying a pool house in Barcelona.
We will be buying a pool house in Barcelona.
That's the only thing I can hold you to in this whole thing. And then when you actually bounce outside of Europe and you played the US and you're playing Japan and around, like how does it differ from the crowds in Europe as well?
I would say not so much, actually.
Interesting.
The thing about touring is that the more you do it, the more you feel like anywhere in the world there's people like you that are into music, that have the same values and the same love, and it truly is like that. Even some countries where the government is fucked up, it's important to go there as well and meet with the people that are like you. So
give them an outlet in the community.
Definitely.
It's also really funny to figure out in every country how a crowd works.
Oh, sick!
Because when we played in the US, but only in Texas, so that's probably different from the rest of the US. But a lot of people people in the US just like live music, so we were playing after like a gospel-y rock and roll band, and then it's us, and we're like, oh, we're gonna fuck this up, we're gonna ruin the night, and then they came up to us. This was wicked. What's your name? I need your Insta. You're touring right now. Do you play with an extra cymbal normally? I hope so, because you need a bigger drum kit. Like, yo, this is so cool.
Let me buy you a beer.
So and then you go to Japan and everybody's just staring at you. But then you say this song, you dance, and then bam, everybody will start dancing. So you have really
sick.
well. If you go to Korea, people are more like the Dutch, where they had a couple of beers and the show starts and they start rowdy, rowdy. Yeah. So it's really funny discovering how every country's crowd works in that sense.
Yeah, I really like that, and I'm really gonna hold on to that. Like, there's people everywhere, like, because I've
Definitely, yeah.
yeah, that's it's kind of obviously that's what you hope it to be, but until you get out there and you get to see it, that's mega.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
Awesome. So what's the favorite food you discovered, like going around the world and like lived on for a week?
I think every time we go to Spain, I try to eat as much tortillas as possible.
Oh, there, just salt and oil like piled into like
eggs, potatoes, and oil.
Let's go.
Let's go. And if you go to the Balkans, it's like all the family recipe rakias that are super good. And yeah, every country we go to, we have like these certain things that we try to. Playing in France, it's a lot of bread, a lot of cheese for us.
That's
especially
really nice.
for the two of us.
Everyone complains about it because it smells, obviously, but we're enjoying
Living
it.
our best life.
Can't be good for the van either, like that.
We'll bring stinky cheese into the van, yeah, and everyone will hate us.
But I don't care.
Yeah, no, me neither. We went the last tour we did when we went to Greece. That was like food-wise was
It's good shit.
top 5, definitely.
Yeah.
It was so good, and it was even so good that we forgot the time of our show because we're still dining, and then it was like the promoter called like, "Yo guys, you're on 5," and we're like, "Fuck, okay, we need to pay and we need to run." This really happened. Yeah.
Leave Lucas behind and just play instrumental until he's paid.
Yeah.
Then just-
Okay, start something, guys. I'll pay and run.
But I gotta say, like, that one part of the touring experience is like just eating all the local foods every time. That's one of the most fun parts as well.
Yeah.
yeah.
We had a little romantic dinner in Italy that was
Whoa,
really nice.
that was good.
Yeah. We were just, I think we were like roomies that night or something.
Yeah.
And we just decided on like, okay, we want to go to the festival already. Like, well, I feel like having a good dinner at a nice restaurant. I was like, can I join you? Like,
You're in Italy.
let's do it.
Enjoy the food.
We got a bottle of wine. It was
Like a
it was very
three-course meal.
romantic. I sent a picture to my boyfriend and he got jealous.
Very obviously.
Are you cheating on me right now?
What's it called? Me and my wife have a phrase called micro cheating, where
Okay.
where you're not properly cheating, but you're definitely like emotionally you have checked out for 10-15 minutes.
Definitely.
Which it feels like that was. Whereabouts in Italy were you? Like south, north?
It was in Ravenna.
Oh,
And so it's
beautiful.
like eastern part, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And there was also in Ravenna this little night bakery that was fucking cool.
That was really good.
Because we have a lot of times
Just
that
the
you stay-
phrase "night bakery"
Night
makes me
bakery,
excited.
yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
There's a lot of times that you're in a hotel and you're like, all right, is there still a bar open? And you
Yeah.
open Google Maps, and 9 out of 10 times there's like a thing that says it's open, and you see a picture, there's no picture.
Yeah.
You're like, shall we try? It's like 5-minute walk, we'll walk there, and then there's nothing. Same with this. I think it was you and Koen, our manager, were sitting in the hotel. It was like, yo, there's something open, we can check it out. And they're like, yeah, but I'm not sure. They're like, yo, just go for the walk, we'll see. And we're walking, and it's like only businesses like closed down. There's nothing, and there was like a garage. We're like, yo, it's in the left there. I don't know. We walk in, and then they said to me, where you bringing us? And I'm like, I don't know. It should be at the end. We walk to the end of the street. There's like a terrace, lights, and it's a bakery doing like these, how do you call
Pinza.
pinza, like these small pizza breads kind of stuff, and they're open from 10 till 5 in the morning. Sold beers, sold like sparkling wine, and they were open all night. So we went there 3 nights in a row, and the people were so cool.
They were really cool. They put on our music and like immediately
Fuck
followed
yeah.
us on Instagram. We got to take a picture with them behind the counter. And stuff. It was super awesome. They were just like there preparing the bakery for the next day, and like baking all the breads and
Amazing.
pizza, and then selling some beers and
So
for
sick.
the drunk people. Yeah.
Yeah, and was there like a community there of people like every night?
Yeah,
that you
yeah, a
met?
bunch of people on a bunch of tables, like not too much, like 15 or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd love that.
Yeah, we played the festival and we came back and they're like, yo, I saw you play today. We really like it. We're like, yo, thank you.
That's amazing.
Festival is called Beaches Brew, by the way. It's like 3 days on the beach, and it's
free.
Amazing. It's
Sounds
free.
stunning.
There's like 2 stages, very small. I think like
Yeah.
500 people or something.
Oh, dreamy.
But the best vibe ever.
And then mini pizzas late at night after you go.
Yeah,
like,
exactly. Yeah,
what's
yeah,
not to
yeah,
like?
yeah.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Fair play. We should play some more music, and I want to dive into Shallow Water because you brought Highway, and it's the most beautiful track. Go, Jim. You need to introduce this one.
Yeah, so we were talking about cool Instagram handles, and I got this record recommended by a friend of mine from London with the amazing Instagram handle called Wannabe Nigella. Fucking love that handle. But she recommended me this in January, February, and I was like, yo, I'll check it out. Never checked it out. There was a heat wave. Checked it out. Perfect weather for this record. Really enjoyed it, and now it's getting 30 degrees again, so I think it's a perfect time for this record.
Could not agree more. I was listening to this record on the train down, sweating, and it is perfect. This is Shallow Water with Highway.
And a place further than you and I had ever met. I wanna move back to where the wind blows, back where I was just lights on a highway to you. You traded in your blue sky to stay up all night. I kept my shoes on in your house and an eye on the door. The glass tipped over, and you just watched as it flooded the table. My worst enemy said, thanks for the sweet things, but everything is different now for you. One less key to hold. One less door to close. I catch myself looking anything you said when I was leaving. Cause I know that you meant it. I know that you meant it this stick out in the congregation, sitting at the front of the room, singing "Be Thou My Vision" out of tune.
Hello, this is Zach Lawrence, and you're listening to Sachin Presents.
Tied me up to some public bins. I said the Cavern Club is now a Morrison. So here's a twisted arm, here's a kick in the shins. I heard you got the job, I heard you're getting paid. Well, I'm in the garden, can you let me stay? They threw me out of the YMCA. We could rent a movie and get takeaway. And the only time that you kick him around, he's crying out loud, cause he's never been found. I keep hearing his voice from under the ground, crying out loud, cause you're never around. Oh, they really laid into me. Why'd they have to do that? I know it's love that is what naughty mothers do, and it's sex that is what horny fathers choose. This bouncer seems to have the strangest views. We've been talking for ages and I'm still confused. And the only time that you kick him around, he's crying out loud, cause he's never been found. I keep hearing his voice from under the ground, crying out loud, cause you're never around. I got nothing here but my records for one, nothing here but for your weird son. I keep hearing his voice on Radio 1, crying out loud, cause you're never around. And the only time that you kick him around, he's crying out loud, cause he's never been found. I keep hearing his voice from under the ground, crying out loud, cause I'm never around. I got nothing here but my records for one, nothing here but for your weird son. I keep hearing his voice on Radio 1, crying out loud, cause you're never around. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
New single from Radio Free Alice, Kicking the Shins on Operator Radio. And if you've just joined us as we move into the last 25 minutes of the show, Tramhaus is still here with us.
We're still here.
We're having a lot of fun. We're getting more and more unhinged as we go through, trying to keep it together as a show. We've been kind of talking about it loosely, like in between records, but I'm really intrigued what you all listen to as the five of you. Like, is it unified, or do you all have quite different tastes that you bring back together?
It's both.
We have some records that unify us, but we don't listen to the same things at all, I would say.
No, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Interesting. So what's in the middle of that Venn diagram, that unifier?
It also, the van is a big factor in this. Because we have the five of us, we drive ourselves, so we're always, one of us is driving, we have the passenger princess always next to, and together it's always depending who's sitting in the front, what kind of music you will be playing, and that's always a really interesting.
So do you have the rule that whoever's passenger princess is in charge of the tunes? Is that like...
Not always. Sometimes it's the driver that just puts on a record, or you discuss like, oh, what do you want to hear? It's like, oh, should we try this? Should we try that? Have you heard this already?
Yeah.
We bounce a lot of records from each other via that.
Yeah.
And it's really fun because then there's always a funny dynamic of the driver, the two people in front, and everybody with the headphones in the back.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So like you all kind of zone out into your own little worlds when you're touring.
Yeah.
You got to find some space at some point.
Exactly. Yeah, and the van is the only place that's always there on tour. Like everything else changes, and the van is the only constant. So this is your little safe space where you put on your headphones, and we once asked each other like, what's your favorite amount of time in the van, and for a drive, like to a show, and no one said like no time. Everyone was like, 4 hours is like, I think my perfect time.
4 hours is a long time. You do really get on.
How I see 4 hours, like that's one stop. So.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, so
you
guys drive 2 hours, do one stop, and then another 2 hours, and then you're there. It's like, and then it's 2 hours of downtime each. Yeah.
If the drive is only 2 hours, you just got comfortable. You just started getting into your little interest, and then you're already there. It's like, oh shit, we're already done.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to start loading stuff again.
Yeah.
And that actually just like prompts another question that I wanted to ask. Is like, what are the interests that bind you outside of music as a group? Like, do you all have different hobbies, different interests? Like, what do you guys talk about? Not music.
This is where we don't unify, I think. Like, we all have very different interests. We both skateboard, or used to skateboard.
Sick.
Going to shows is something we all do, of course, but this is also music, so... but besides that, I got into boxing 2 years ago, and I'm very deep into boxing right now. So that's
Note to self not to annoy you. That's always good to know. Always good to know.
I have a little group where I play Magic the Gathering every once in a while. So it's the same because we all play games as well, but nobody plays the same game, so you can never really talk about games. I really like these long RPGs that take 100 hours to complete, the Final Fantasies and stuff like that. But I'm the only one in that. Then others play like, you're on a GTA roll right now.
Fuck, so you're very excited for 6 coming out at some point very soon.
And I know Misha is a big flight simulator enthusiast. So that's like, everybody has like the little niche in games.
Flight simulator and train simulator. One of my best friends played it when I was living with him. And lots of games are very like, you can come and sit there and watch them do it. And like, this is fun, you get involved. Flight simulator is the worst thing to collaborate and watch someone watch. You're like, what am I doing here?
You didn't play flight attendant simulator? Or? It's a missed chance, man.
I was dressing up, but that was it was for pure coincidence.
He wouldn't notice.
Chicken or beef? It's a missed chance, man.
Yeah, he was doing the underground train simulator, and I was just collecting tickets. Like,
sick. Oh, nice.
Yeah, and the underground train simulator is the most boring game. She's literally just like push it forward.
Oh, yeah.
And then push it back again.
Is it because I know that, like, you have these Japanese arcade games where you can do like the train one, but you get judged on where you brake. Does the underground train simulator has that as well?
Exactly. You have to put it exactly in the right spot in every station.
It's quite challenging.
Yeah,
actually,
exactly. The doors must be at the same spot.
That's the fun part.
But then you have to wait for 2 minutes in between every fun part. So you're like, now we're going. wait. Now I'm breaking. I'm nailing this. Yeah, interesting things.
Nice.
So when we've got headphones on, so are you all gaming in the back of the van as well? Is that so? Like, it might be different games.
We
but
tried this, but everyone eventually gave up on it. I feel like.
Yeah.
We all have I think most of us have a Switch.
Yeah.
But I haven't touched my Switch in I think 2 years.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. There's something about being in a van surrounded by people that there's still a certain. I mean, there's still a lot of people asking attention of you. So to dive into that world, I mean, it's not possible for me. So
no, it's a
escape,
isn't it?
Exactly, yeah, and I cannot escape with people surrounding me.
It's always uncertain as well when you will be stopping.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
So if you're just into
Mid-mission.
your mid-mission or at your boss fight and you're like, yo, it's speed breaker, like, nah, man.
Yeah, I've got into, well, I'm playing a lot of chess at the minute.
Oh, sick.
Okay, cool.
And
Nice.
so like whenever I'm traveling on the train, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I'll play a game. But you can never time the game perfectly to get off the train,
Yeah.
and then so I'm just stood on the platform, just like I've got to finish this.
But that's so hard with these like games that like once like chess or something. But I have the same with the Magic the Gathering. Sometimes we're
Yeah.
like playing some games in like all 30-40 minutes and then we're like, all right, one more game, then I'll go home. It's the 2.5 hour long game.
Yeah,
Planning to leave by 12. It's 3:30 right now, and I'm cycling home.
The problem I have is I will get in from an evening or a night out after a gig, and I'm like, I just need to calm the nervous system down. I'll just play a couple of games of chess, like calm myself down. 4 hours later, it's 3 in the morning, and I should have gone to sleep. It's a Wednesday night, and I'm going to go to work in the morning. It's stupid, and it feels better than scrolling Instagram because I'm playing something that involves my mind. But
it definitely is.
Yeah.
I would say.
Hopefully, a little bit somewhere. Cool. I always ask everybody that comes in, like, so how can people stay in touch? Like, what gigs are you playing? Like, have you got mailing list, website, Instagram handle, all of that stuff? We need to make sure we get that out on the air at some point during the show as well.
We got it all. You can follow us on www.tramhaus.com.
you got the actual, like, the complete URL.
We got it, yeah.
We have a mailing list as
Awesome.
well.
Yeah.
That will arrive when we have news.
Yeah. And we're on Instagram.
Tramhaus.rtm.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I love that Rotterdam's in the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and is that the best way to keep up with is that the one have you got TikTok as well, or is your Instagram where you put the...
it's just Instagram.
Yeah.
But I feel like the best way to keep up is the mailing list, to be honest.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so
the website, yeah.
if you enjoyed it, sign up for the mailing list. The record comes out on October the 9th. Is there a pre-order available already?
Yep, there is, yeah.
Also with all the labels, we have a local pre-order. So if you're in France, there's a French pre-order. So you don't pay PostNL ridiculous amount of money to get it sent from Rotterdam to your, because it's the same record that we send out if you order it in France.
Yeah. Our lovely operator radio producer works a poster now. So it needs to be nice to poster now today. What was I going to say? And is there merch? Have you got designs for merch that's coming along with the record as well?
Definitely not yet, but there's merch coming. Yeah. So
amazing.
Keep an eye on the website. There's a beautiful web shop.
Yeah, and
check it out.
And you're playing everywhere, essentially.
Definitely. Yeah.
So if you've liked what you've heard, they are playing everywhere.
Half of your listeners were UK, you said. Right?
Yes, they are. Yeah.
We're doing a long support tour for the Gurriers,
Oh,
our friends of Gurriers. So we're playing quite some shows in the UK as well, and then later on.
Amazing. How did you meet Gurus? Is that how that came about? Because they're like
we're good friends. So
just through Left of the Dial.
Through Left of the Dial, of course. Yeah.
Beautiful.
So they saw us on a different festival. Then Left of the Dial got notice of that they are a fan of us, and then they connected us. I was like, oh, maybe we can do something together. And then we got them over in Rotterdam at our release show.
Fantastic.
And now we're coming over to the UK for their release shows. So that's really
stunning.
Cool.
Yeah. And there's nobody that's listening in the UK that doesn't know who Gurus are, but they are an amazing band. That'll be super fun.
Yeah, it's going to be so much fun. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm going to play Man, Woman, Chainsaw, and then maybe we can get a couple more questions in before we disappear for the end of the show.
Cool.
Their debut album, Cannibal, came out on Friday, and if you've not heard it, it is stunning. I'm going to play you Something Else to Give now on Operator Radio.
ask for greatness, don't ask for fat. I used to have it, now there's nothing left. I'll offer up my body till there's something else to give. 'Cause you swear that you know everything.
Hallo, mijn naam is Marieke en jij luistert naar Sachin Presents.
This is a new one from Dive. The track is called The Fountain. Interested in the live chat what you think of Dive coming back and whether you enjoy that track. Tramhaus, what do you think of the new Dive single?
It's nice, but it's not the first. It's not Ocean, man.
It's nothing is ever Ocean. I made a very weird pilgrimage. The only time I went to New York, I went to where the Ocean record was recorded.
Whoa, sick, okay.
And just kind of stood outside and was like, I'm here.
This is where it happened.
Yeah, and then my girlfriend at the time was like, cool, are we done now? What is this?
Shall we go back where it's fun?
Yeah. New York's got a lot going on. Like, why are we here looking at this random old building? Like, this is not something that we should be doing. But there we go.
You on your knees crying. You're
I'm like,
just waiting.
Thank you for what you gave to me. We don't have loads left, and so I want to say a massive thank you to you both for coming and spending a couple of hours with us and talking about music. It's a real pleasure and a joy.
Thank you so much for having us, man.
Thank you.
It was really nice.
Yeah.
If you wanted the people who've listened to take anything away from the last 2 hours, how would you sum that up in 30 seconds?
Thanks for listening. First,
shout out to Lonely Man for his comment in the chat.
Besides that, if you want to catch us, we're anywhere. Check out our website. And, come and give us a high five or a hug. We're up to that always. And
amazing.
That's we want to meet you. That's it. Yeah.
Gorgeous. So go and see Tramhaus. They're literally playing everywhere all autumn. If you live anywhere in Europe, people will have the opportunity to see them, and so you should make the effort. It'll be worth it. On a personal note, I'll be back on September the 12th in the Operator booth. I have Zoleaf. They are extending their European tour. They are a half Dutch, half UK band, and they're going to spend a little bit more time over here to come and speak to me. So very excited. And other than that, thank you, boys. What a joy! What a joy it has been. We will go, and I'll leave you with Zoleaf. You Are a Burden, on Operator Radio. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
About how it is insane, but never actually explain what's really bothering you. You protest, you're difficult at best. I'm just trying to digest what it takes getting used to. Carry you around till I back down. You your happiness with dead. Was it something that I said, or are you just feeling blue? You're afraid you've placed all of your bets. Must let go of those regrets, or they will hold on to you. Carry you around till I back down. You ain't putting on my mind.
It's time to go. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. See you next time.
You are now listening to Operator.